Everybody, this is Street Bunk. Hey, this is a follow-up or a summary about Cliff and his passing out. When I first ran into him this morning, it looked like he was having a hard time, possibly with his health condition. He had a lot of stomach problems, and I kind of questioned him a little bit. It looked like he might have had some kind of seizure or something to that effect. So I kind of followed him through the morning. I just recently, I went back and I checked up on him, and he was really drowsy. He was shaky. He was laying down on his side, very slow to respond. So most people, of course, will leave him alone, but I decided that I was going to follow up with it. I went to one of the cafes close by, asked this one guy, see if he could let me borrow his phone to call. He was just didn't want to have it. He didn't want to be involved. Interesting. And this guy seemed to know well, too. So I was kind of pretty cold. But so I pursued. I talked to the staff there, and they were able to call an ambulance for him. I returned back where he was laying down. And once again, he was really jittery and very slow to response. And I told him that he wasn't looking good and that I had the ambulance coming over to check him out. And with that, for some reason, he just woke up and bolted out of there, all covered in feces, unfortunately, dry feces. Just not too long ago, I ran into a guy that knows him as well, and he thinks he might have touched upon some drugs. I know his physical condition is pretty bad, too. Periodically, every 3 months, he'll go to hospital because of his regular conditions. Was this triggered by drugs? Could be, don't know. But boy, did he get up and he bolted as soon as fire trucks sounded their alarms and came by and were ready to pick him up. So anyway, that was a interesting start to the day. Guys out there laying down, you don't know if they're well or not, and many people just leave them alone. I kind of didn't. I kind of stood my grounds and stood next to him as well. And at the end, he didn't care for any help. Interesting day. Interesting character. Anyway, that's it. That's what's out here in the streets. Some guys want help. Some guys don't. And, it's a hit and miss for us who want to try to help. And that's all part of the game out here. Just be there at the right time, and if you're lucky, you can help them. If not, they just bolt. They just leave. So anyway, that's pretty much it. We'll talk later. Take care.